All right, here we have a maybe a GC8 coupe, GM coupe. It's in some good need of, I guess, Jesus. So yeah, we're gonna do the rockers, some strut tower patches on this, a little bit of unibody work, and then from there it's actually going to another shop where he's gonna have some new wide body quarter panels molded on, and then I think they're gonna finish the paint and stuff. So we're just doing the underside, and yeah, we'll take you along for the ride, see how it goes. Right, so pretty typical activity we see on most of the Subarus. The front cap will have to be crafted. This is the unibody action here, so that's pretty bad. There's some old patches there, and it just continues on with not good stuff. Then into here it looks like it's been topped up there, and then the inner rocker is all decaying out. You probably see that. Should be a big old hole. So that's another one of our objectives, is make that big old hole not be there. It's the same on the other side, maybe even worse. We have a strict budget for this, but if we end up with spare hours, we would fix that. There's another good unibody hole there. This side's worse. It's really quite bad. There's a lot of the quarter panel missing under the rear bumper, and then up in here, up in here. Yeah.
Y'all gonna make me lose my strut.
Yeah. Some serious holage in there.
Want me to go up a little higher?
Sure. And then here it's starting to reject this. So this was just metal put on top of the old rusty metal, which is, you know, okay if you only want your car to maintain another couple years. So yeah, I get that off. Then again, the front rocker cap is gone, and some more into the inner.
Okay, so the initial cut has been made. Now let's open the rocker and see what we got. Oh. I'm actually a little surprised. Like, it looks bad, but it's not as bad as I expected inside.
Yeah, as far as like the decay on that.
Yeah.
Interesting. There's the driver side cut off. It's you know, usually we expect like these to be gone. They're not horrible. They're not amazing. Like some action there, but yeah, that's it. A few days later here, we got some decent progress going on. So there's the front rocker cap. We had to make this piece as well, where the fender will bolt onto, in multiple pieces. The unibody brace that you saw was gone is now returned. We got any of the inner rocker decay cut out, replaced, and then we've just started folding up the pinch weld to weld the rest of the rocker. So this was all the rear inner rocker decay. cut out and replaced, and I think we're about the same stage on the back. These ones still need to be ground down, but some significant progress. So this rocker still needs to be cleaned up, and then the pinch weld hammered up like the other side, the rear inner rocker bit. So there's the inner shock tower patch, and then the other inner shock tower patch there. Looks good. They turned out really nice. We are back at the end of day 5 here. The rockers are completely on. They've been ground down. We didn't have to use much filler because we got a pretty good weld going. So we got some spot putty on a couple little spots. So we'll sand those down when they're dry, and then this is all ready for the epoxy primer, and the underside's all done. So now I'm going to seam seal and then rocker guard the underside to tie it in, and then we'll spend, you know, a little bit more time sanding, and then this car is ready for the epoxy prime on the work. And yeah, it turned out really good. He's got rockers again. Alright, we're back. It's the next day. This last few steps is pretty time consuming because it takes a day for the seam sealer to dry, and then it's another day for the paintable rocker guard to dry. And then the day after that, then we can prime this all on top, and then it's ready to go. That's it. So now we're into the rocker guard. We got our tape line, and we're gonna give it a blast. All right, and we're back after the rocker guarding. So now it's starting to really come together. And you can see the shock tower patch up in there. And then our wheel well water stopper patches, because he's putting on the over quarter panel on this, so it didn't have to be much more exciting than that, but it looks good. So next step would be taping off the work areas, and then we're gonna go over with an epoxy primer. And we're back. Now we've got the epoxy primer sealer on. So since it's gray, this just kept on the outside to keep the inside black, and that's it. Now we just got to untape and put the suspension back in the car, and the doors on, and the wheels on, and she's out of here. And we're back and all assembled, ready to go home. So all of our work was flooded with oil, so you can see it dripping, just dripping out, which, you know, helps it last. We got our little wheels back on, our bumper hanging out, And then now it's off to the next shop to mold in the body kit. But yeah, this one made us think about these cars here in the Rust Belt. There's not many left. So we knew of one that was rust-free stashed away. We had looked at it last year, and then we didn't end up buying it because we weren't comfortable with the price. So this year we went back and we bought it. So stay tuned for our future coupe coming up. It's gonna be pretty freaking sweet. It is like an absolutely rust-free car, so we don't have to do any rust work on it, but we're still not sure what we're actually going to do with it at this moment. But stay tuned and you'll find out.